Level 1 supplementary soldier. You have a wife and kids in Ohio. And 6 weeks ago, you received an omen order. You didn't volunteer for the army. It's just Uncle Sam drawing lots. I just picked your name. Now you're still in Benningham, Georgia. In the cold wind at 5 a.m. You're shivering in ill-fitting underwear. I had one in my hand. The M1 Garland rifle that has never been fired. They only gave you 17 weeks to train. Spell bayonets and practice marksmanship. And the endless march. Until the blood fills your boots. You've gained 15 pounds. You learned it in less than a minute. Disassemble and reassemble your rifle. You also learned to cover. Because it could save your life at a critical moment. Then you were sent to trains in Novick, Virginia. And then with 5.000 comrades. Squeeze into the troop carrier. Across the Atlantic. Your monthly salary is $50. You send half of it home. The remaining $25. It's a month's living expenses for your wife and children. You as a supplementary soldier. Assigned to an infantry company. There's nobody here you know. No one knows you. Those veterans who have been on the front lines for months are watching you. As if you were already dead. They don't call you by name. Just call the one who fills the gap. That replenishment. Standing just outside Aachen 3 days ago. Your predecessor in this position. Was blown away by a mortar shell. You took over his bed and cover. And the lifespan of his trick. Level 2. Rifleman. You're carrying 64 pounds of gear on your back. Plus a 10-pound rifle helmet. But bring a kettle. Engineer shovel gas mask. And that tastes like K rations of cardboard soaked in motor oil. You haven't slept in 38 hours. I haven't done it for 6 days. Your feet are swollen and white. The medical hotel is called Zanhauzu. There are already 3 people in your platoon due to this disease. Sent to the rear. The rest of them could barely walk. Your first firefight lasted 11 minutes. But it feels like 11 hours have passed. You are facing 200 yards. The fire in the outer forest shoots like crazy. You don't even know if you hit it. Right next to you, a fellow soldier's throat was shot through. The sound he made just before he died will haunt you for a lifetime. You just keep firing. Because that's the only instinct your body has right now. Military data shows the casualty rate of infantry is 3 times that of armored soldiers. 11 times more powerful than artillery. Of course, these things will have to wait until you get to the front lines. They will tell you. Level 3 downtrend. You have survived 60 days. That makes you a veteran. There's an extra bar on your sleeve. There are still 3 people under my supervision. You're the fire team leader now. You are 26 years old. The kid on your left is 19. He just arrived yesterday. He reminds you of your own brother. You left him the closest to the cover. But you didn't tell him why. Your monthly salary has risen to $66. The war so far has taken the lives of 137.000 infantry. And you are now responsible for keeping these 3 alive. The statistical odds are not on your side. Level 4 Chinese. You are now the deputy monitor. There are 12 students in your class. Now you go to the listing hall. You were carrying the same gun. Eating the same rations. Sleeping in the same cold mud. But different. If someone sacrifices, you have to readjust the battle formation. You have to receive reinforcements. You might remember his name. Maybe not. Some squad leaders no longer remember newcomers. It's a name, so I can feel better. Your monthly salary is $78. The military's replenishment mechanism is like feeding. Send unfamiliar faces one by one. These new recruits are wearing brand new uniforms. Eyes full of fear. The Germans sent in urban units. And you took over. It's a gunshot I've never heard before. A 20-year-old boy from Ahi State. Less than a week. And he died. You fill a new vacancy. This is how the war machine works. Level 5. Listing. Now you are in charge of the entire class of 12 lives. You decide who takes the lead. You decide who sets up the automatic rifles. As soon as the gunshot rang out. Who goes left? Who jumps to the right? It's all up to you. Your every decision is like flipping a coin. Decide whether someone else's child will come home alive. Or lie back in the box. Your monthly salary is $96. Your knees are broken. And that cough that never gets better. Since the Normandy landings. Your eye. Watching 40 people walk in and out of your class. You probably only remember what 10.000 of them looked like. And the ones you remember clearly often die miserably. The military refers to this as combat fatigue. And what it really feels like is very simple. You no longer care about your survival. That's not suicidal. Just become numb. The fear wore off months ago. All that's left is a mechanical shell. Repeated reloading. Alert eating. You become the most experienced person on the card. And you're only 27. Level 6 Xiao Wei. You have just trained for 90 days. Candidate officer school graduate. A gold rank bar on the neckline. I have 40 people under my supervision. You are now a platoon leader. $150 a month. Your platoon sergeant. The war has been going on since the battlefield in North Africa. He has practical knowledge. Then you can learn in your lifetime. He politely calls you sir. Then silently save your life. Your job is to lead the charge. Literally rush to the front. You walk in front of the soldiers. To face any unknown danger. In some poems, platoon leaders don't live by the week. It's by the day. The Germans knew that very well. What does the golden rank bar mean? They will specifically target him. You have to write to the families of fallen soldiers. Filled with service excellence. Words like heroic sacrifice. You won't mention the one from Private Detroit. Kowalski. He was smashed in two by a machine gun while eating chocolate. You wouldn't mention he's only 18. Never even kissed a girl. Level 7. You now command an infantry company. There were 6 officers under his command. 187 soldiers. You are the leader of this group. And you are 28 years old. $200 a month. You have to coordinate 3 infantry cards and 1 firepower card. You report directly to the battalion commander. You are also responsible for everyone under your command. In many of the root forest battles, you rushed in with 187 people. Only 57 people were left when they came out. Replenishment filled the vacancies. And then they die. They're making up for it. In just 6 months, your company's casualty rate has reached a staggering 650%. This number means that you even average every pit position. Dead 6 wheels. Outside a village you can't even name. You stepped on a landmine. You lost your left foot. They took you to the ambulance station. And then the field hospital. Finally send you home on a boat. Your war is over. By next Tuesday, your company will have a new leader. Level 8 Hunan Army is now June 5th, 1944 at 4:15 a.m. D-Day is less than 24 hours away. You are Dwight David Eisenhower. Allied Forces FAR. Supreme Commander of Conscription. You haven't slept for a long time. You smoke 4 packs of Camels a day. When no one's around, your hands are shaking. 156.000 soldiers are waiting for your orders. And 5.000 ships. 13.000 aircraft. This is the largest scale in human history. The 2 largest landings. And you must decide now. Are you going to attack in the face of a storm? The weather forecaster said. The weather tomorrow may be short. Temporary gap. Just maybe. This spring you inspected 26 divisions. You looked into the eyes of those children. Now, you're going to send them to a French beach with your own hands. Those sturdy machine guns. Come on, you've already written it. In case. The apology letter after failure is in your wallet. The letter says our landing operation failed. The soldiers of the Army, Navy and Air Force have done their best. They showed exceptional courage and loyalty to duty. If there is anything wrong with this attempt, the responsibility lies entirely with me. You gave the order to attack. Your monthly salary is $666. The next morning, 2.500 young men died on the beach. This number will stay with you for the rest of your life. Even if you become President of the United States, you will still carry him. Level long veteran. They sent you home. You are 30 years old, weighing only 130 pounds. You got your medal and your discharge certificate. Eyes become empty. Wife just touches your shoulder. Will make you subconsciously back down. With the GI Bill of Rights. You bought a house. You got a job at a factory. Shut up about the past and no one will ask. The first year of returning home, you have nightmares every night. It became once a week. And then once a month. But the nightmare never really went away. The sound of fireworks on July 4th National Day. It'll make you jump. Your M1 rifle is locked in a closet. You would tell your son war stories. But only tell funny jokes. Never tell the real tragedy. However, at this moment, another 18-year-old received a letter. Government mail. The Korean battlefield in 1950. It's only been 5 years since the end of the war. They gave him an M1 Garland rifle. What you received is still the same rifle you carried. Helmet rations. Stepping into the same quagmire. Military ranks are changing. The nature of war has never changed. There will always be another one. The guy with the draft notice. He was worried about his wife. He boarded a train he didn't want to take. To a place I've never heard of. For no one to explain to him. Fight for reasons. This is the army. Never an adventure. It is a machine made by. It's a machine with 16 million parts. Most parts can be replaced at any time. And it's still working today.